Alright guys, this is Dino and today I'm gonna go do something else on the Town of Cell topic. And today we're gonna go the strategy for the investigator, and I'm just gonna say my disagreements with this post because none of this is actually true in the high elo games. If you wanna strike to the top, these are these this does not really actually helps you, right? So I'm just gonna give you my opinion and what um, I think it's the better or my what I'm saying. What is the better thing to do as investigator instead of what is here wrote as the strategy on their forum on the town cell. I'm not saying it is decent, but if you wanna like get to the top in the high elo and the master elo games, none of these things are true, you know. All right, so let's go for the first one. Always consider if it's worth exposing yourself as investigator. Blah 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 blah. So they're basically saying that you should not expose yourself as investigator. All right, let me give you a tip. I always expose myself as investigator. I don't care. It's like town needs role. If you wanna get struck to the top, you just claim day one. You say you're TI. Day two you post your will. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they will target you. Post your will. That's how it is. Ask for their will and so on. Don't keep the info not circulating. Town needs info, okay? If you don't post your will as an investigator, you're bad. It doesn't matter. You just have to post your will. Post your will. Well, if he's innocent, fine. If he posts his, for example, doctor, do it. It doesn't help no evils. It it helps no evils because it's just gonna confirm uh in townies, random towns, and so on. And towns needs info to win the game. All right, you can quote me on that. Town needs info to win the game. So don't you ever keep the information not going. Okay. Okay. Then we have the second one. Make sure you do your best to reveal who townies are. I don't know what they are talking here. You can't you can't you can't say from the investigative results that someone is actually good or not. So I'm not quite sure what they're talking about. You just post your will and do your thing. That's alright. It the thing that this thing that says here that is suspicious that helps evils is not true. Alright, I'm telling you this. Town needs info. Not evils. Alright, evils need to shut up and not vote for all and not do anything. And everybody will gonna die eventually, right? That's the thing. So that's why the chat is invented, so that town actually does something. Alright, what is this? None of this is actually useful or ever will gonna be used. Come on, no one use maths on Town of Salem. The only math that is actually useful on this is the last one. Is the janitor, if there is a janitor, okay. In the game, the chance increased from 70 to 100%, turning investigative result to 60. That's true. This one is actually true. If there is a janitor in the game a janitor clean in the game, then then the person that you are that is investigated is very likely a janitor. Is much more likely to be a janitor than a medium. Alright? So keep that in mind. This is actually a really good executioner play. You know? So yeah, if you find someone at medium janitor retributionist on day 2 and there's a janitor clean, then it's much more likely to be an evil than a townie. Alright, so keep that in mind. Alright, what we got here? Let's come. Oh yeah. So they say here to use basically common sense. Well, if you find somebody except that already died, uh, town support, and you found another like town support, it could still very well be random town, but this tip is actually good. So for example, if you find ask for the will, then yeah, go for it. Accuse him of being random town. Do you actually have that will? You're townie. If not, if anything, that will confirm random town, you know? Just push for their will. This is a good tip, okay? It's actually a good one. I don't know what is this all about. It's just nothing. Doesn't help anything. What are they trying to say? Oh, that he could be doused as also. I don't know what is this. That's not even a strategy. What is this? This is only the investigating for results. What they trying to do? Not quite sure. Let's see. This point. What is so bad? It's like always investigate people who claims roles that seem suspicious. Sometimes serial killer, godfather, and even war may pose a victorious execution jester or even sheriffs. Dude, if if someone said, "Oh, I just won as executioner," bro, it doesn't matter. Always lynch the confirmed evils. If town doesn't vote the confirmed evils, town is just bad. It doesn't matter if he's jester or acting jester. All guilty, jailer, that's it. Any other is suspicious and will get executed by the jailer. It's simple as that. Just these things that may pose as a victorious execution, this should not exist. If you claim evil, you should be executed, man. It doesn't matter, or shot by the vigilante. There is no such thing. Oh, I'm a victorious executioner. I just lynched that guy. No, you claim evil, you're dead. All right, that's the thing. Or sheriff. Sheriff is somewhat true. Like, oh man, the evils in rank sometimes are just so bad. They don't know what to claim. Just claim sheriff. Oh. Gonna get better with evil roles. You should start not claiming sheriff. All right, for once. Just saying. But don't you what? Let me tell you something. Don't investigate people that that claim something suspicious. Investigate someone that acts suspicious. Okay? It's more about acting than doing something else, you know? Alright. This is not, I mean, this is you can't work. This is so unrealistic. You can't you can't do this thing, you know? No. Yeah, they basically say more likely you should never also investigate and go as a sheriff on the same person just because oh yeah they work together as a team. So this is so unrealistically that this is almost not true, you know. They basically say to go on the same person and they will say if it's actually an NS or that this will confirm, but you can never know the other TI, you know, or the other, because you don't know the other townies, right? So, and basically my tip is if there's a sheriff and investigator on the same team, they should always go on different person, get more info on the town, not on the same one, right? What is? Yeah, I don't know why they add this, of course, but transporter can always just like say who you transported with, so. Okay. Now, this is also not true because this. Oh, yeah. You're the consigliere. No. No, if you act evil, you'll get lynched. But if you just post your will, do your thing, you see that you have not too many CCs, or I don't know. This is not true as well. Like poorly played no. Good. I wrote, I think, on Master Elo Veteran Vigilante Mafioso, and I never got lynched, okay, as investigator. So you should. The investigator results are Vigilante, Veteran, and Mafioso. And I always like posted for some reason, I don't know, Veteran Vigilante Mafioso. And I never got call out, so. It's more about how you act than, oh my god, did he really just said Veteran Vigilante Mafioso, not Vigilante? Like, no. Um, but yeah, but sure, don't just like make a trash will. I think if you're config, write it down correctly and you'll be good. Alright, write the best will you can. Well, you can make or break a game depending on your will. That's true. I agree with this thing. Always write a good will. If you receive a result of possible good or bad rolls, ask for their roll. No. If you receive a result that is possible good or bad rolls, ask for their will, not for their roll. Okay? You are the investigator, and you put yourself. He can be something else, right? If you find somebody look out for their witch, you don't ask for their role. You ask for their will. That's the next level. That's how you get in the master. And push on him. Ask for the will. Ask him. Post your lookout will, okay, bro? 3, 2, 1. Why you're not having your lookout will, bro? You're probably witch or forger. Bam. You're dead. You know? That's how things go. You don't fool around as investigator. Because you post your will, and they have to have that. Because if you ask them for their role, they may have claim something else out of the investigative results. Then you look like some executioner, or I don't know. No, you just ask for the specific thing. That's how thing goes. Okay, you should write down any claims people make about roles and investigate them later, catching someone. Yeah, that's more about. I somewhat agree with that. If someone will just gonna claim sheriff, they chew. Don't investigate them like right away. Go after a lot more suspicion people. But if you turn out that they act evil, and for example they don't vote the mafiosos that got lynched, they don't, you know, everything that make them suspicious or defend someone evils, or I don't know, then yeah, maybe I should investigate them. Okay. So yeah, that's basically my take on the strategy as investigator. Is it more? I don't think so. Dealing with investigative results. No, I'm not gonna read this. I was just gonna critique the strategy on investigator because I think it's 80% not true or not good enough. In my opinion, I mean it does work on on low lobbies, but alright, this is my take on the thing, on the investigative. Take care.